Okay, let's talk about average value in AC signal representation. You have here a half cycle sinusoid or waveform, and we have learned that this can be represented by a sinusoid. Okay, for example, I of t is equal to Im, the amplitude, sine Wt. And since it started from zero, so there's no phase angle, okay, because it started from zero. Now, average value, uh, contrary to the instantaneous value, we call this one the instantaneous value, and then this is the magnitude of the current. So the average value is the area of this curve, or we call it sinusoid. Okay, so that's the average value. So how to take the area of that half cycle? So take the integral from 0 to the half cycle, which is the period. By the way, this is period, okay, or the time of the half cycle. Okay, so it can be any value, okay, representing the signal. So this is from 0 to t of 2, okay, t over 2, and then taking the integral of the instantaneous value, okay, from 0 to t over 2, and then we have this divided by 1 over t over 2. Why is it we need to divide? Okay, because we're looking at the average, meaning you need to flatten the curve. Okay, so meaning you can actually represent this one with a box. Okay, so instead of a curve, so you represent that one with an equivalent box, okay, like this, for example. So this is now the new current. Okay, so something like that. So instead of a sinusoid, so that's basically the IAV. So IAV is the value at this, okay, at this point. So as we solve the integration, so we replace the instantaneous value with the sinusoid, and then we know from the integration that this expression will lead us to this. Okay, so I leave this one to you, so how to understand this one. Okay, sine, actually this is cosine 0 is 1, and then cosine of t over 2 is actually will give you 0, and then so this is 2 over pi, assuming t is actually half cycle, let's say pi over 2, and then you will end up this one. Okay, where the period is equal to 1 over frequency. Okay, so what is frequency? So it's the, okay, frequency is simply the cycle per second. Okay, so that's cycle per second. So if you have 60 hertz, okay, that's 60 cycle per second. Okay, and then so we have the angular frequency. Angular frequency is represented by 2 pi f, or 2 pi over t. So if you solve the 2 over 5, that is 0.636, meaning if you have that signal, okay, you have this signal, so this is the magnitude Im, okay, you have the magnitude Im there, and sorry, I think something wrong. Oops, anyway, so go back to the diagram. So we have Im here, this side, so we can represent that one with IAV. Okay, so the average value of current, okay, is 63%, 63.6% of the magnitude of the signal. Okay, so okay, we know that the signal, okay, so you have the magnitude Im, and instead of representing it with sinusoid, you can actually give an average value. Okay, so okay, we've learned here what is an average value, and as well as we've learned about frequency. Frequency is the number of cycle per seconds. Okay, and I'll give this one to you, how to understand how to solve this integration. Okay, so but basically uh, the average value is always less than the magnitude of the signal. Okay,